Serious allegations have emerged at the University of Cape Town. There are claims that UCT academics from the Faculty of Social Development have been awarding higher marks to whites while penalizing black students. The Higher Education Ministry says the matter will be thoroughly investigated.
With regards to UCT, I've spoken to the Vice Chancellor, and they've written to us. They've asked that we, instead of that we lead in terms of the investigations into this matter, and we're looking into the practicalities of all of that.
At first I thought this was shocking and almost scary, considering that a bunch of us still want to pursue a higher education, still pursue a diploma or a degree. I'm talking about. I found it a bit shocking, but then after doing some research and talking to a few people, I just noticed that it's a norm, bro. It's not as shocking, bro. I'm talking about. It's not shocking that white kids is given priority over black kids. And of course, it might not be the case. I've never been to university. It might not be the case with every single university. But I find it funny that it's not shocking to most uni students. Yes, I have connections to uni students. I'm talking about. Don't test me. So, like every other video, I came across a video. It's actually on the news, and I'm gonna use the videos here. I hope I don't get a copyright strike. I think it's News Something Africa. Thank you for the video. But it just made me think if the news is for stupid people or if the news uses difficult words intentionally. I don't know, bro. Am I the only one who doesn't understand what a probe is? As in to probe something. I'm talking about. They be talking about how the DHET, which is the Department of Higher Education and Training, I think, is going to probe this matter. And for those who don't know, it basically means they're going to investigate or look into this matter deep. You know how people investigate, asking questions, stats, digging in, I'm talking about, which I think is not going to happen anyways. I feel like they were just supposed to use simple words because not everybody's gone to school. I'm talking about, like me, I haven't gone to school. I don't even know what probe is talking about. But anyways, this isn't about me. And I was listening to what the minister and his panel was saying, and I didn't go through everything because I got boring halfway. I got bored halfway because that dude he doesn't want to get to the point. I'm talking about. We went from how the Department of Social Development at UCT is basically doing this. I'm talking about, like who just come out and make claims like this. I'm talking about, so how the lecturers are doing this, and then we went from that to how someone in the ministry was fired or fucking replaced by Omanamela and what to place trust into the, talking about, get to the point, bro. We're not here for that. We're here to learn about this matter, and I'm talking about, I want to know if it's true, what I'm saying? A bunch of us, well, now we know that it's true, I'm talking about. It can't be a coincidence, what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Politicians should just learn to get to the point. This is the thing about politicians, bro. I think it's a South African thing. Like people, like an interviewer would ask you something and you'd answer something else. I'm talking about? It's get to the point, bro. Get to the point. Anyways, I like how the ministry itself is sort of also pressuring the National Student Fund, whatever you call it, NSFAS, to sort of revamp the way they've been operating. I'm talking about. We've heard some scary stories about how some students be getting there and not getting how they've not been getting their funds for like months. I'm talking about how some of them have to get kicked out and some of them owe universities. I'm talking about, and I'm very skeptical on like, bro, I've been rethinking going to university, bro, because I don't want stress in my life, bro. That's the type of stress, like, I don't know about y'all, but joining the military seems better to me, bro. Seems better to me. At least I'm gonna take some bodies down, you know what I'm saying? But not in that way. But like, I like how the ministry is actively tackling this issue, even though we know that they're probably also making some cash from NSFAS anyways. These are just my claims. Doesn't have to be real or true. It's just me, bro. We've heard about scary stories about how some government kids, some kids whose parents work in the government, be also making something from NSFAS. So how some kids were also getting NSFAS, and then how the poorest of poorest, are not even. What I'm saying? It's a weird thing. South Africa's full of problems, but like, this is probably the only thing I like about what the DHET has been doing. But about the faculty of, bro, UCC is just, like, the way these universities are so glamorized. I didn't think that they would do something like this, but also subconsciously I thought they would, because like, all the stories you hear about Stellenbosch and racism. I guess I'm not surprised it's also happening at UCT. this doesn't necessarily have to be an act of racism per se, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm not surprised, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I've never been to university, I've never been to UCT, so I don't know how it, you know what I'm talking about. But I did actually speak to a university student, I'm not going to mention her here, and it's nothing surprising, you know what I'm saying? It's horrible though. It's horrible. I'm just trying to like wrap my head around how white kids is ranked higher than black kids, you know what I'm talking about, how they scored higher than black kids, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how they do that. Do they intentionally give the black kids exam papers in Afrikaans? Because I've seen white people fail Afrikaans dismally, you know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, I didn't really dig deep into that one because it could be true, it could be false. But like I said, anything can happen, you know what I'm saying? Anything, you know, not everything is as it seems, but like that doesn't mean it's impossible, you know what I'm saying? What about the students who are looking to go to these university or to university at all, you know what I'm saying? They have to first struggle with a fucked up background, socio-economic struggles, and you know, transport and all this thing and food to get into university, only for NSFAS to do them dirty and to face these type of lecturers too. You know, it's almost like the system is intentionally built against a black child, you know what I'm saying? White kids too now, because apparently NSFAS has been rejecting them too, you know what I'm saying? So I think everybody's disadvantaged to an extent. I actually did some research on, I don't know why, but I did some research on the graduation rates in South Africa, and something popped up. In 2023, we had 28.6% white graduates, you know what I'm talking about, 5.2% blacks, and 4.8% for my colored brothers and sisters. And someone could jump into conclusion and be like, oh, this is why, you know what I'm talking about, this is why these people have been prioritizing white kids, you know, it's the reason why they be higher, you know what I'm talking about. But like sometimes I feel like we fail to consider our socio-economic background, you know what I'm talking about, the problems we're facing at home. Like, be real, bro. Like, I remember I also got it, the first year university applications, I think I also got into a few university and colleges, but I couldn't like travel because I literally didn't have money to go there, you know what I'm talking about. Those type of stuff, you know what I'm talking about. It's almost like enrollment versus graduation. Some kids be enrolling, yes, but you know, these black kids, they can fuck around and have babies during university. Some of them just want to be rappers halfway, some of them want to be YouTubers halfway. I'm grateful that I started now. Even if it fails now, at least I know I tried. But they fucking around and dropping out, you know, like flies. It's funny. But I mean, it's clear that the rate of black kids enrolling into universities is increasing steadily because of NSFAS, you know. I guess we can say thank you to that. But again, the lack of funding. I also saw a video stat actually about the concerning low rate of postgraduate registrations. Funding, bro. It's funding. Yeah, it's funding. I know a person who's looking to do the same thing, but like, it's funding, bro. It's not funding. Money is you know what I'm saying? So those are the type of stuff we have to consider, bro. But I'm not saying, bro, that whatever's happening at UCT now is the reason why the whites have been, you know, dominating. You gotta think about our quality, like quality of schools, bro. You know, the schools that we went to, well, I'm blessed in a sense, but like, you know, the schools around me, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's terrible, bro. It's horrible, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't expect these kids to, I wouldn't expect much from these kids, to be honest, bro. The system has always been against it. But enough of all of that bullshit I've been talking. I want to get into the whistleblower situation, because the whistleblower, I don't want to say his name here, or his or her name here, because I feel like I'll be contributing to what I've been speaking against. The issue of whistleblowing in South Africa, bro. I don't understand how someone can whistleblow and get gunned down. Isn't whistleblowing supposed to be anonymous, right? So I read this article. I'm gonna pop it out. The website name or the organization that wrote this shit. But the whistleblower's name was literally there. It was literally mentioned, and it makes you wonder. Okay, what are you guys trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't a whistleblower's name supposed to be? Is this for clicks? I understand everybody's trying to get paid, but at the expense of someone's life. You know what I'm talking about? This is a serious problem, bro. That person could be gunned down now. Y'all still remember the story about that Indian woman who was gunned down for being a whistleblower? When she was assassinated, bro. This is what I'm talking about, bro. It's the reason why people don't be speaking out when shit be happening. You know what I'm talking about? It's this type of things, bro. It's like I said, it's almost like the law. This isn't necessarily true, but it's almost like the law working hand in hand with crime, dog. I thought it was supposed to be anonymous, but in light of all this, bro, it just makes you wonder if all these allegations, makes you wonder if these allegations are true, even though you know it's true. And if the governing bodies of these schools are actually protecting these people. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know how you'll be gaining from marginalizing black kids and prioritizing white kids. Well, this isn't necessarily the case because you can be like 50 and be at university, so like white students and marginalizing black students. Money maybe, I don't know, or is it just like a race thing? I find it difficult. I find it difficult to understand. What's the point now? What's the point? It makes you wonder, what's the point of going to uni if you're going to be taught in English the whole year and slapped it in Afrikaans paper at the end of it all? It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. But yeah. Yeah, bro. It's a nasty one. It's a nasty story. Very funny. I find it funny. Very funny. Yeah. So I actually did research on this shit. Anyways, this is the part where I leave you. That's so cringe, bro.